Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening. We're holding over here in the PELE YOETZ, Ahavas Ish v'Isha, the love of a husband and a wife. And we're speaking about the idea that as much as we love our wives, which has to be a burning, deep love, with such respect and admiration and appreciation, hakaras hatov, every step of the way, it cannot take away from the relationship and the love that we're supposed to have for the Rabbi Shalom himself. And he writes today the following idea. Every wise person should act with das, with wisdom and with understanding. Like it says, you push away a little bit with the left, but you bring close with the right, which means that whenever a person is going to give any type of criticism, any type of discipline, that always is with the left hand, which in Jewish thought is always the weaker hand. But when you mekareves, when you want to bring a person close, that you do with the right hand. You bring it with all of your might and all of your strength. And therefore, when it comes to a husband and a wife, if at all he ever has to discipline his wife in any kind of a way, it's always gentle, it's always soft, it's always with no harshness, nothing like that at all. You just do it lightly, pushed away a little bit, meaning criticize a little bit what you might need to, but the love to bring your wife close, that you do with the right hand, that you do as much as you possibly can. V'ikar ha'ava hi avas hanefesh. The main love of a husband and a wife is the avas hanefesh, is loving the nefesh, the soul, the spirit. The alav muta lo'ichicha b'nayim siach. And therefore, if you love your wife and you care about your wife and you want your wife to have the best life that she possibly can, so you want her to succeed in her spirituality as well. And therefore, sometimes you need to rebuke her b'noyam siach, with very pleasant speech. Uladricha b'darchet tznius. You should help to direct her in the pathways of modesty. Ularchika milashon hara. Keep her away from speaking lashon hara, evil speech and gossip. V'kaas, and from getting angry. Uklolois, and from cursing people. V'askaras Hashem levatalo, or mentioning God's name for no reason. V'kehena, say the nashim, say the nezikin, in all the different halachas, all the different laws that she needs to know for herself. Ulazira b'dikduke mitzvahs, and you should inform her about the dikduk mitzvahs, about the profundities and the fine points of mitzvah observance. Ubifrat, specifically, b'chol tfilos, when it comes to davening, ubrachais, and blessings, hanenin, the blessings we have to make on our food and the like, ushmir Shabbos, ukedoime, and keeping Shabbos, and similarly mitzvahs that are very pertinent to the life of a woman. So your husband has an obligation to help his wife become also for herself the greatest spiritual being that she can be. Now remember, in marriage, very often the wife will look towards her husband. He's the Rebbe, he's the Rav, he's the Rosh Hashiva, he's the Tzaddik. She's looking up to him for her spiritual energy and direction. And a husband, though, says the PELE YOETZ, has to take that job seriously, but he also has to do it over in a very peaceful and a calming and a beautiful way. Not that his wife should get yelled at, chas v'chalila, because she's not doing enough in mitzvahs, not chalila because she's not davening enough, or you don't like the way she says her brachas, or you don't like her tznius. Chas v'chalila, never ever scream or yell at one's wife for what you think she could be better in. Rather, you do it with ahava, you do it with love, you do it with gentility, you do it with caring for her. You do it where she knows that it's coming with respect and an understanding of the greatness that she has inside of her neshama, and that's why you are encouraging her to do even more. But never, you can't ask your wife to be a better person if you yourself are being a low-life husband who makes his wife feel horrible because of what you don't like that you see. And therefore you have beautiful midas, you talk to her in the right way, in the right manner, and that itself will go a very long way. How wonderful it is if you learn with your wife words of musar, of ethics. You should tell over the words of Chazal, of our sages, in anything that relates to her and her life and her spiritual obligations, and the stringencies or the strength, the seriousness of those matters which relate to her. Because a woman by nature has much more of a innate yiras shamayim, fear of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and if she hears the words and she hears what she should be doing and she hears how it is that she can live a better spiritual quality of life, she will certainly be even more careful than a man, even a man that is sitting and immersing himself in learning day and night. A woman whose sensitive, beautiful neshama that she has is more interconnected to the spiritual world. You give her a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of encouragement, and gentle discipline and rebuke, and she will take off, and she will serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu in the best way possible. Have a wonderful day.